Greetings to you all! Today we are stepping inside the stunning L-Acoustics HYRISS showroom in Highgate, London. HYRISS combines powerful L-Acoustics loudspeakers, subwoofers, amplified controllers and the groundbreaking Lisa processor to transform any space, wherever it's your home, yacht or a corporate venue, into a concert hall, cinema or live music stage. Over the years, I visited many showrooms, and most are built for a single purpose – watching movies. But what if your space could be truly multifunctional? That's exactly where L-Acoustics brings something completely unique to the table. In just a moment I'll take you on the full tour, but first I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to BoardTech channel. It's very important as your subscriptions are helping me to open doors into exciting places like this HYRISS showroom. If you would like to support BoardTech channel financially, you can use the Super Thanks feature here on YouTube, or consider becoming a patron on Patreon. You will find all the useful links in the description down below. Nick Fichte from L-Acoustics joins us to share how HYRISS technology is elevating audio experiences in luxury homes and private spaces.
Welcome to L-Acoustics. My name is Nick Fichte. I'm the Business Development Director for the Home and Yacht verticals here at L-Acoustics. We are a 40-year-old company. We just celebrated our birthday on the 13th of September this year. We are known for sound reinforcement of live events. Our founder was the pioneer of line source array technology back in the 80s, and we've grown to be a company very synonymous in the world of live audio. Here we are today in our first HYRISS showroom. HYRISS is a hyperreal immersive sound space. This is a space which is designed to allow you to have one space but endless experiences. This truly is a space which is made up of multiple different products and solutions from L-Acoustics to make one solution. So we have different products from loudspeakers to amplification through to processing, and then technology as well as a part of that. Technology which allows us to bring this room together to allow it to be used in lots of different ways. Rather than having dedicated rooms for different applications within a home or perhaps on board a yacht or maybe even in hospitality or retail or corporate environments, you can now have one space which allows you to use it in lots of different ways. We think about it in the same way as designing light. So you would design a loudspeaker layout to give complete coverage of the space, but then can have different, what we call signatures to recall throughout, depending on the use of that space. So within a HYRISS, you have lots of different technologies which come together to provide one solution. The idea of this is that you can have lots of different use cases within the space. Within having the technologies which include loudspeakers, amplification and processing, we then also have other software-based solutions. This allows the space to become truly multifunctional.
I first visited HYRISS showroom last November, and I was genuinely blown away by the spatial resolution and the incredible level of immersion they have achieved.
We have a platform called Anima, which allows us to move the sound, whether that be in stereo or Atmos, and rotate it to anywhere within the room, again by recalling different configurations, signatures, so that we can completely optimize the sound positioning within the room for where the listener is. Take that through, and now perhaps we want to spatialize that audio. Anima allows us to spatialize a 2-channel stereo track. That can come from wherever you want it to. It could be your favorite streaming platform, something like Spotify, Tidal, Qboz, Deezer, perhaps just Bluetooth from your phone. Of course, that's not going to give you the best resolution possible, but it's still feasible. And of course, lots of people want to be able to use music that they're familiar with and have within their own devices. So we want to show that's possible. Anima allows us to completely spatialize that music, perhaps not even music. It could be sounds of a rainforest, it could be ambient sounds. Using really clever technology, it spatializes that sound and makes a truly emotional and immersive experience within the room. So with Anima, the technology that we have within this room, which allows us to move the sound to be wherever you want it, we're using it here just on an iPad interface where you can control that sound to be wherever you want it to be within the room. You could, however, use motion sensors. You could have a tracking system within the room, or, you know, lots of different options based on beacons and things like that to be able to move that sound to wherever you are located within the space. Going forward through to there, because this platform is all based on our ELISA processor, we can play back content which was performed in ELISA. So we have an example here by the LA Philharmonic Orchestra where we're playing back the Harry Potter theme track. And I'm sure if anyone gets to come and experience this, you'll agree that it would be the most immersive experience of being right there within that concert. As well as that, we have other different experiences such as Ambience. Ambience is again a new technology from L-Acoustics which allows us to actively change the acoustics within the space. Perhaps you wanted to do a performance with a live instrument, could be a guitar or a piano. Because the acoustics of this room and the room has been treated, it has quite a low RT time. And what we want to do is activate that so that it changes for how you're using the space. So when you bring in that piano or that guitar, all of a sudden it can sound as if you're playing in a concert hall or a musical theatre performance space. It's completely adaptable and changeable for however you're using it.
Terrific introduction, Nick. With this channel's tech-driven focus, I'm excited to hear which L-Acoustics products are installed in this showroom and how they are helping deliver such a deeply immersive experience.
So within this space, we have a 16.1.12 immersive sound system. That's made up of 15 Soka loudspeakers. Soka is a collinear loudspeaker from L-Acoustics. We have a single X8i coaxial point source loudspeaker, which is beneath the TV screen as our center channel down at that end. We have 32 SB10 subwoofers, and we have 12 X6i 6-inch coaxial point source loudspeakers for our height channels. Amplification is driven by 3 of our LA7.16i amplifier controllers. Processing happens through the heart of the system, which is the ELISA processor 2, which allows us to have the Ambience and Anima. We also then have a third-party AV processor from Storm Audio, which allows us to decode the traditional stereo and Dolby Atmos formats within the space. That's connected via our LC16D audio converter products to give us the AVB signal into that ELISA processor. So the Soka loudspeakers are fairly new to the L-Acoustics range. They use 9 3.5-inch drivers, and they also have 3 1-inch compression drivers within the DOSC waveform guide that we have within that product. Soka is available on wall, but also in wall. Obviously within this room, you don't see any loudspeakers. We've used the in-wall version of these products to hide them behind acoustically transparent fabric. They're incredibly versatile. They are very, very slim in their form factor. They're 99 millimeters deep, 99 millimeters wide, and just over a meter tall at 1,055 millimeters in height. They come in a standard dark grey brown finish from L-Acoustics, also as white as a factory option, and we can also do RAL custom color options as well, so you can blend them into the interior if you're not putting them behind a fabric. Each Soka has 2 SB10s paired to it within this room. Again, we're using the in-wall version of that product, so they're a single 10-inch driver within the SB10. They're ported forwards so that all of that air is coming straight through into the room and that you're getting the pressure. X8i that's beneath the screen, that's an 8-inch coaxial point source driver, so again a technology which is used a lot across the L-Acoustics product range and the install range. The X6i, which are on the height channels, again a 6-inch coaxial point source speaker. We're using them here using our on-wall, on-ceiling mount, and again behind a stretch fabric ceiling to keep all the loudspeaker technology invisible. The amplifier controllers, LA7.16i, they're incredible power horses. They're 16 channels of 1,300 watts per channel. Depending on the ohmage of the loudspeaker, that wattage obviously changes, but they're incredibly power efficient. They actually only take up 2 rack units, so when in the rack, it's a very, very small footprint. Anyone that comes to this space, everyone's intrigued to know what's powering it and how it's all put together. And when you see the amplification for this room is only 6 rack units, it's incredibly impressive in itself because there's a lot of sound pressure within this room, and that's all delivered via those small form factor amplifiers.
The equipment is a crucial element of the L-Acoustics HYRISS solution, but just as important is the space in which the system is installed. The room must be designed and built with the same level of precision and engineering. Every dimension, surface and material carefully calculated to ensure optimal acoustic performance.
The whole vision and the look of this room was something that was really important to us. We wanted the room to feel like an L-Acoustics space. We wanted it to become part of our brand identity for HYRISS. Christianel, our founder, was very passionate. He knew exactly how he wanted the space to look and feel. With that though, we then needed to turn it into a reality. We partnered with a UK-based company called Cinema Lux, who are known for fabricating recording studios and cinema rooms. So they took that vision, that mood board, and they turned it into the reality that we have here, taking into account the acoustic treatment, the fabrication of all the wall panels and absolutely everything in a truly modular approach so that it can be replicated. Of course, this is our look and our feel and our take on a HYRISS. This can be completely personalized to anyone within their own environment. This is just how we wanted it to look for this space. As I say, it completely be tailored to any project and work with any interior designer or any architect to make it feel truly unique to that client.
Among the many setups I have experienced over the years, HYRISS truly stands out with its ability to trick your brain into genuinely believing what it hears. Alright, enough from me. I'll hand over to Nick to wrap up this video.
So I think something that's important to talk about at the end as we close this out now is why HYRISS? Why did we go on this mission? We see that lots of people live and enjoy sound within a space, but it's often difficult to choose where you put loudspeakers and, at an early stage of designing a room of where you're going to be. You don't always know, and perhaps you're going to move your furniture. It's not always defined. So by allowing us to have loudspeakers in as many positions as we do here, we have complete flexibility. So the use cases within this space are truly endless. Whether you want it to be a space for just sitting in silence and reading a book, listening to music in stereo, watching back a movie, or using it as a nightclub space, a space for live performance, there truly are endless experiences that you can have within this space. And I think that's really important. Thanks to the power of the L-Acoustics technology within this room that we can do this. I think it's really important to know that we're more than just another loudspeaker manufacturer. We're pushing the boundaries and we're really wanting to show that technology can be used to enhance lives in the way that we live.